Kris, I know you mentioned the gray hairs of always having to come back. Is it safe to say there's a couple more after that?
Yeah, it was an exciting game. We're down 3-0, but I didn't think that we were that bad. It was just we didn't put our chances in. They did, and I don't like the power play, for example. We had great looks there. Leon's line had a few long shifts in the offensive zone. Then the mistakes that we made were just happened to go in our net. And later on in the game, we still made mistakes. And, Stu made some really big saves. So we were able to capitalize later in the game. I think that was the difference.
3 multi-goal comeback victories for you guys in the last 4. What are you most proud of that group?
Well, they just don't get rattled, which is nice to see. And I think a lot of that has to do with the experience of a lot of these guys have been together for a long time, but also the last year's playoff, and there's stressful times, and I don't know, a lot of confidence in that group that if they play their system and they don't cheat the game, because I think when they cheat the game, they're not as effective, and you're probably just giving up more. So they stuck with it, which was nice.
What's been the biggest uptick in the scoring from the back end as a collective from this D-core this season?
Well, getting shots through, but you're not going to get goals unless, especially from the back end, unless you have net presence. And you look at that goal with, especially the Kulak's goal. Like Corey Perry's stapled right in front of the goalie. He has no idea where it is. And yes, it was a nice shot to get it through. Another one, and Bush is obviously, we've seen that before with the velocity he has on his shots. And I believe that was Connor made that indirect pass to him to the point. And so obviously those defensemen have been shoot a lot of pucks for their opportunities, and they're cashing in on it.
You mentioned confidence. How important is that in a game like this for everybody to keep their composure and dig back in?
Tremendous. Once you start doubting your system or doubting yourself, the team, your line mates, whatever, and then you're not as effective. And we're down 3-0, playing a back-to-back against a very good hockey team, and I just liked how they kept on pushing.